Hey,
you know what now?
Hi. Can you hear me now, Michael Reed? Thank you so much.
We were so proud of ourselves.
We did so good.
Yeah, there's a few extra buttons and we had to hit the.
Well, hey, this is Donitza Halverson
and Kelly Freer, and you're now actually able to hear us talk about Corner of the Market. So
yes,
thank you for joining us, and thank you. It was
Michael Reed.
We appreciate you and all the friends that help jump in and help us. Ken, who literally takes over our computer moments before and really helps us. Ken Henderson. So we're super grateful for the support we get. So as we were saying,
we were talking about the market,
and
let's go back to the page.
Yeah, I can read this again.
Our whole series is Healthy with the Soul.
Yes, this time, and we're on week 4.
Yes,
and so we'll do 2 more weeks of this, and we'll be looking for our next series.
If you have any ideas, we would love to hear from you. Kelly and I have a few, so we're kind of waiting to see.
What my interest.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yay.
Now you can hear us.
Yeah, we like it. Okay, so covering the market a little bit. Existing home sales shot up 11.8% in February, heading back over 5 million, of course, nationally, to the 5.5 million annual rate. This gain wipes out nearly a year's worth of declines. So we were just talking that we really, just to ourselves, because we do
that all the time. And
we actually do. That's how this all started.
Right.
So yeah, now we just sit in front of a microphone. Now we're getting to the step where we turn it on.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, it's steps. But yeah, it's really great because rates are holding really steady. So the Feds met last week and they didn't raise rates, and they really indicated that they are not planning for the rest of the year, which is kind of what we expected recently.
Yes.
But they kept alluding at the end of last year, fourth quarter, that it was going to go. We were definitely going to have a couple increases, and so now everything's just kind of changed. So with that kind of staying flat, and the market's just heating up. I got refi calls like crazy.
Well, and we talk about this every time, but refis are coming back.
Yeah.
Cash out refis. Mm-hmm. People are, consolidating, all of that. So we're starting to see a lot of that. It is a good time to look at.
It really is.
If everyone's has, like we talked about the taxes and student loans, and we've got kids graduating, and we've got elderly parents, and so there's just a lot. But this is definitely the time to evaluate your mortgage,
your financial situation.
Yeah, definitely.
And I have a couple people that have reached out to buy investment homes.
That has been a big one right now.
Yeah, they're taking cash out, doing a lot of different things. So, I mean, it's really great. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this spring and summer.
I think it's going to be
great. It's really exciting. We're here in California. It's going to be 71 tomorrow and sunny. It's been raining.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for the sun.
And when the sun comes out, boy, everybody runs out and shop. Yeah, they're happier, and we run out and we shop for homes.
We're not used to having a lot of rain, so I think everyone's just been inside.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So, yeah, I think it's going to be super exciting and fun. And if you are thinking there's any chance that you are going to buy a home this year, reach out sooner than later, and let's get you completely evaluated and set up, because it will be a competitive market. When we're in a hot market like this, it's going to be more competitive. So we have to give you every edge to get your offer accepted.
Well, and that's the thing, several of my agents that I work with, I mean, I had one guy call me today. He was a little irritated because his agent's like, I'm not taking you shopping unless you're pre-approved.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And so, I try to explain to him, why is it important? Because what's going to happen is, typically, you're going to fall in love with that house today, and then you don't have a letter, and then everyone's stressing and running around trying to get it done. And, nowadays, a lot of people are getting offers accepted because their loan is already
completely
approved, which then helps you not have to have a loan contingency, which is as good as cash.
The entire process,
right? So really, nowadays, if you're not at that point, then someone else could put in maybe $2,000 even less, but your full underwritten approval is as good as cash. So it's just great to be prepared.
So reach out to us is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Contact us.
Yeah, be prepared.
We have the ability to take you that far, get your seller guarantee, and make things happen. So we're really, really excited. I'm trying to get all my clients, get them on board and get us ready, and work with our agents. So,
all right.
So we're rolling into it. Healthy for the soul. I think we had a challenge last week.
Yes.
What did you?
Act of kindness.
Yes.
So I did make a couple calls to people that I haven't talked to in a long time.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, they were really excited. I was at the coffee shop, which is the easiest one, and paid for I just gave him $10 and said
because you don't know what the next
I don't know
order
what
is.
they're
Yeah,
gonna buy.
right.
And I kind of watched, but I didn't want to be obvious. Like, just do it and walk. I mean, that you're not
But
doing it.
we wanted to be able
But I
to
wanted
respond
to kind
and
of
talk
see
about it
yeah,
today.
So I was kind of watching, and it was actually a young couple behind us, and they were, you know, like looking, and I'm like, oh, keep going. Like, I don't, you know, I just wanted to see their reaction.
Because that could really be a big deal for them. It might give them another day they get to have coffee.
Right.
You know?
It looked like they might have been like students. So they're probably like, cool. We've got another $10 to spend, right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
What about you?
So I did that once just because, like you said, that was easy because we talked about it, and it really it did touch me when it happened to me, and so it was an easy fun.
Yeah.
And I actually don't. I said I don't even go to Starbucks that much or a coffee shop, and I try to go to my local ones, but I actually did because I was like, oh, I want to see, and I couldn't see. I was like, which I mean, that's not the reason we're doing it.
But we were just doing
for
it.
this, I wanted to be able to respond. But then I did. I literally in the morning trying to do my little routine of what my goals are, and that was pretty good. A little easier. I actually took a weekend off, which I don't normally, but so that kind of was easier.
Did you write your 25 sentences?
I did.
I am so
and I'll
proud
tell you
of you
how I'm doing on my goal.
Okay.
The weekend off kind of messed it up, but that's okay.
Okay.
I am working on trying to get a little healthier, and so I'm working on a little weight loss.
Well, I'm proud of you.
And I've been, I just want to get back to where I was a year and a half ago. It's been a great year, friends.
Yeah.
Well,
you're having
vacations.
fun.
I really am, and so now I gotta reel it in. But that's my goal. I am giving myself like 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to be, I don't know, am I getting bored writing the same thing? But it is nice because it does help you vision. So I guess we should recap for somebody joining us today.
Yes.
We talked about the first week, one thing that helps you kind of envision obtaining your goals.
Right. And the things that I do is wake up in the morning. Obviously, all that are my Facebook friends. See my inspirational quotes. Do my gratitude, write my 25 sentences of a goal that I want to accomplish, but you write
as
you've already completed it, because
that's completely different for me.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it works.
And it does make you feel good.
Yeah,
and it kind of what I'm noticing. It helps you stay on track during the day because you've already told yourself that goal was accomplished, so you have to get there.
So I heard
it's kind of odd.
I don't know if you and I talked about this. Maybe you and I talked about it, but it was a great example that you start your day by making your bed.
I told you last week because somebody shares me. It's your first success.
That's your first success, and so I'm a freak about that. So I really want my bed made. But when
you room and you just walk out, and
it just
all
feels
nice,
good,
and
right?
You've already accomplished.
So that's just a simple thing to do.
It is,
but it really does feel good when you walk in. It's like, oh, my room is so clean and pretty, and
it kind of starts your mindset off in a way that you're accomplished and successful.
It's the small things. It's the simple things that we can make a change in our life that can just change our attitude.
Absolutely.
Right? And so I try to do it every morning. So I'm really proud of you for doing that.
I started doing that. I started it. That was last week. But I actually did it a lot better this week because it takes a little while to get your groove on with that. And so I got that going, and then the random act of kindness. I realized that we've talked about this a lot in this series. That I do a lot for work, and that's always easy for me. Yeah. I mean, I train sales, I teach sales, like marketing, business planning. And so I feel like I have that down. So one of the things I do that I know is really important in business is if I meet a new agent or I meet a new client or I get somebody pre-approved, I write a handwritten note. I have stacks laying on my desk, different ones. And I like that. I've always done that. And I'm like, why don't I, or I'll text or email or a message or something, clients, just something fun. And I realized I'm like, why don't this whole thing is about me focusing on me a little bit and the people I love and care about. So I've been reaching out every morning. I post not necessarily something positive on my page. Those I just steal from you.
Sure.
It's easier. But but I'm messaging somebody, like somebody that I would not normally, and something not business, not happy birthday, because of course I do that. But it's something like, that you see or I noticed.
I'm just thinking about you. Yeah. I just want to say hi.
Your kid, like for me this week, one person I'm like, oh my God, your kids are so grown. It's been so long. You must be so proud. But I was really thinking that, but I think these things, but I never share them in that way. I don't take that moment. So that was my random act of kindness.
I love it.
Just people that I noticed either they did something amazing
Yes.
on their page, something, really good that maybe they gave or donated or different things. And so I just reached out and I was like, that was my random act of kindness. And it does make you feel really good because you can tell. You get the responses.
Yes.
And for me, people are probably like, what is going on? So I almost hate to share it on here, but it's not anything that isn't very intentional. I've always thought these things, but I just never took the second. I never took the minute, I should say, to do it. I was always going to.
But how did that make you feel? I mean, isn't it the greatest thing? And that's why, we're just trying to talk about healthy ways of being positive and all that. Okay, so Michael Reed just sends us a message. She goes, tell us where you are. Well, normally we're like at a, restaurant that we're trying to promote.
Yeah, but we're trying new places.
Yes, and this is a new place.
It's definitely a new place, but they're not going to be serving us any food or drinks.
Well, what are you talking about?
I don't know, Mikey.
Yeah. So we got so busy, and we went to all these meetings, and I'm like, we're going to my house.
Yeah, we had a lot going on.
So
the last
my
couple days.
husband's going to fix us some food here and all that.
Yeah, we might get happy hour. We don't know.
So there you go.
Yeah,
we're at my house.
So this week, but we are looking for trying new restaurants.
Yes.
And new businesses. We want to meet at restaurants and share local places that we recommend. And so if you guys have any suggestions, send those to us. But but that was great. That my random act. I like that, and it does make you feel good. So what I realized is I feel really good that I've done it because I always mean to do it. And I'm never going to not return phone calls or not respond to my emails or not get work done. Like I go to work and I do that and your day just doesn't wrap up until that's done or you show up at that meeting or whatever. But you can get home at night and you're like, oh, okay, I'm totally going to send that person that message tomorrow morning. So I realize now, and it just never happens. And it's, so this has just made what I've always wanted to do very intentional because I don't even open my computer. I don't start work. I don't start my emails or anything until I've done that.
Do something for yourself first. And I
started reading again this week.
See?
And I realized I almost read a book in like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, how did I get off?
Who are you?
Yeah, I know. Who am I?
This is so wonderful.
Yeah, those are the little things.
Yeah. So, I wrote something down here and I was actually very interested in it. But it basically says, it does not matter what you are pursuing in life. You are doing it because somewhere deep inside, you feel that this will bring you happiness. Okay? So things that we do in life, right? Sometimes we don't realize why we're doing it, but we're really doing it because we think it's going to make us happy and this is going to be great for us, right? But a lot of times we don't follow through with it. Like, perfect example, trying to get healthy, start working out, right? Oh my God, I feel so great. And then somehow you stop, right?
Life gets in the way
this
of life.
happens all the time. And I think I loved reading this because just like what you're doing now, you have to do it simple so that you will continue doing it. Because if you don't keep it simple...
And the goal has to be achievable. Yes. I mean, I have stretch goals in life. But what I'm doing with this stuff is, it's very achievable.
Right.
And I picked one that I know is achievable and in a time frame that will give me success and motivation in doing this. Because I like it. I really do.
Yeah. And so I was thinking when I was reading this, I was thinking like, okay, certain things that I do, I go to certain events or I want to make sure that I'm pleasing my team or my family.
Supporting everyone.
Right?
Yes.
It makes me feel good when I can support someone, right?
Absolutely.
That's just me, right?
Right.
And so sometimes I get home and I'm like, oh my gosh, what a crazy day and why would I do all these crazy things, right? It's just one event to the next or whatever. But it's because it makes me happy and I feel like I'm making others happy and it's my joy.
It really is, yeah.
And so, so I was thinking about like all just the daily things of my life. It's talking about your personal life, your business or whatever. It's when we have passion for something, we have that passion because there's joy and there's that positivity, right? And so I don't know. Well,
it's so funny, and I know a lot of people are sick of hearing about this, but you have to figure out your why. And that got kind of really corny. And I think I've told you, it was Ken, the person that helps us do this marketing and such. And he's the one to know, what's your why? And I'm like, oh, I love doing that. I love loans. It's, I get excited about it, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, what's your why? What's your real why? And I'm like, anyway, we talked for over 45 minutes. And he's like, I kind of shared the story. And he's like, what really, brings it in? He just kept asking questions and questions. And why do you think it's important to have a home and all this stuff?
Right.
And then I shared the story of my mom, and that she bought my home, the home I was raised in, when I was 2 years old, and she was determined for us to have that home and go to one school district, not move around. She moved around a lot, and I realized, this took an hour for this to come out. And I said, I know that even through the good and the bad, my parents' divorce, death in the family, mom's working 3 jobs, things going on, sisters moving away. I mean, lots of everything in life happening. Going to high school, finishing high school. I mean, everything in life. And eventually, ultimately, my mom's passing a couple years ago. And we still have that house. And it's so crazy. My nephew lives in it now. But that house has always been our foundation, our rock. So no matter what's going on outside of my home, I know that's my safe zone. Like I always had that foundation to come home to. And it makes you feel really secure when life isn't always secure. Sure. And I realize that I think that's so important. I want everybody to have it.
Right.
So when I say home ownership, it's the American dream. I'm like, this, it's your safe zone.
Yeah.
When you surround yourself with your home, and I don't care how big it is, I don't care if it's a little condo or anything, but when you have that security and that safety and you have a home base, when the world goes really, really, really crazy and you can come home and just lock the door, I think that it just gives everybody so much security. So that is my why. I realized, I'm like, I think everybody should have that.
It's funny that you say that, because my parents came from Europe, right? With, $5 in his pocket.
Yeah.
And my dad always, and that's why if you see me post on Facebook, American dream home ownership, because
absolutely,
they came here.
It really is the American dream.
And when my father bought his first house, and it was 3 of us and my mom, and he always said that this is the American dream, and wow, what a privilege. And so I think that was my reasoning to get involved in this business.
Makes sense.
And that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
But
well, it's funny because my kids, I was really intentional on buying their forever house. I did all the research on all the school districts and everything. And I moved in when they were, 2 and 5. And so their school, they graduated, went through the same school. They have the same friends. I mean, everything.
I love it.
And now I talk about, I don't need this house. I'm an empty nester. They both, and they're like, Mom, you can't get rid of our house. They're like, well, maybe someday if you want to buy another house, you want to downsize or something, then we have to keep this house and we can move in. They're trying to decide who's going to move in. It's still their foundation and their safe zone for sure.
And so that's, the thing about healthy mind, healthy life. Yeah. It's like healthy we have to have a balance.
You do.
And, this podcast that we do really has helped me kind of look at things, because my friends always say, do something for yourself. You have to do something for yourself. But this is really making me actually think about it. Well,
I have to tell you, this last weekend, I took a few days of a friend's 50th birthday, and we actually, a friend of mine and I crashed this party, and it ends up being, we were a little nervous. This group didn't know each other at all, really. Like, everybody knew 1 or 2 people. Ends up 9 people in Baja, San Jose, and we absolutely had
a blast.
I can't even tell you. I have never had. I can honestly say it was the best vacation ever, and I've had some great vacation. It was a weekend. It was just the weekend.
It was a weekend,
but it seemed like a long vacation. And then I did get a little attitude because I sat in the lobby with my computer because, of course, we still have. I mean, the things still have to be done.
But when
it was so great.
When you came back, like, you were so excited, and it was such a special moment that you had there.
And these women now, we're all
you guys are.
Shared.
Now your phone blows up all the time. Like, what is happening here?
We shared a really, really special moment there. The 9 of us with my the friend that I brought, her sister passing this fall, and so we kind of all shared in some part of that, and so it really bonded us. But there were a couple other little things like that, and all 9 of us just became like such amazing friends.
Instant friends.
And I was like, this is so great that you really do just take those moments to enjoy life. We work so hard, and you are allowed to have a weekend every now and then. I mean, I love what I do, and I am on all the time, evenings, weekends, and I don't mind it one bit.
But it's, you need to check out.
And I did work a little bit, and it's funny, the picture that I changed my profile picture to, I don't love the picture, but I look at it, and my face, I don't think I've ever been so relaxed. So I had to post it. And our friend Martha's like, Kelly, this is the best picture ever. And some people don't even think it looks like me. But I'm like, I'm probably never that relaxed. And it was just, you do. And I'm realizing going through this and taking 3 days and enjoying life a little bit.
Well, we need to do that. I mean, it's important that we actually, that's why we're saying we really have to take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our family and for the ones that need us.
Put your oxygen mask on first.
Put your oxygen mask on first. Why do they say that on the plane?
And then you're able to
You got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of
everybody else.
I love that. We heard
Kathy.
that. Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. So anyway, next week,
do we have a challenge this week?
Do
I just keep?
You just need you just need to keep doing
I have not mastered.
Listen, I'm not going to add any more to it. Let's keep it simple. You need to continue doing what you're doing.
Maybe next week we'll only have one more week. So maybe next week you can give me my next task.
Okay, I will.
But yeah.
So
do we have a fun quote?
Well, first we're going to just I know that we're doing this March Madness thing, right?
Are you?
Well, I mean,
I am holding my own in the fammy pool, and it's a big deal. I have 2
Where
daughters,
are you at?
and it's not.
Okay, it says.
I said holding my own.
Okay.
Well, I don't think anybody's.
Is Reno still in it?
I don't think so. Actually,
what? They're gonna pick a new team.
I know, and I didn't care. I don't know.
I only did it because of you.
We're gonna get her into this.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your quote? I'm gonna do the business one.
Do your business one.
Okay. Let's see. I haven't even read this one yet. I love these. In digital marketing, it's not about how much. Oh, Ken. I don't know. He's probably listening close. Okay. We'll see if this is a good one. In digital marketing, it's not about how much technology you use. It's about how much value you give prospects and customers. Adding value is what builds successful relationships online, same as in a person. That's so true. Yeah, you just don't want to, people don't want to just see like random posts and like on all your Instagram and all that. You just don't want like the salesy marketing posts all the time.
I mean, we post stuff on work, but we don't do it as much.
And we try to really add value. I mean, we try to be so deliberate in the ones we post and make sure it matters. That's what we always say about this entire podcast. We want to be relevant and we want to add value to our friends and our family and our clients and our agents and everybody that comes in our lives. We're just making the world better, hopefully.
Well, hey, with our little, I mean, we're helping each other, right? So just by doing this has helped you and myself take care of ourselves better. And so we're excited.
We've educated our clients a little and all our friends and such about the loan process, our first little series and such. And so,
and I'm actually taking the weekend off.
I know. I am so excited for you.
But I
Where
have
are you going? You do.
Well,
and I got you like you had me last week.
I'm just going away somewhere.
It's gonna be fun. Oh, I'm so excited for you. You get to take a few days too.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
It probably sounds crazy. Everybody, we're like, I'm taking the weekend off. A lot of people
I'm taking my computer and I'm taking
exactly. So you'll probably get harassed sitting
in
the lobby on the computer. Yeah, we'll try not to do that too much though. But yeah, I mean, I did, but not that much.
Well, we want you to be healthy. Yes. Mentally, physically,
do random acts of kindness. I think we should continue that.
We need to, yes,
and we do want people to post. Like if you've done any, share if you're on our Facebook or if you can share with us. At least our friends and family.
What motivates you and makes you happy or whatever not, or give us some suggestions. But we appreciate you all joining us today, and we will see you next Thursday.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Fabulous weekend.
Bye.